You do your thing. Last call on the internet for mailbag questions. Did we write them down at the bottom of the doc? I see them now. I just didn't scroll far enough.
Champagne Gate.
The door's opened. Hey everybody, welcome into Can I Steal You for a Second, a Bachelor podcast. I'm Ashley Young.
And I'm Dustin Kendrick from The Bachelorette, season 15, and it starts now.
We're really excited to break down this week's episode. A lot of tears, a lot of drama.
A lot of drama.
And I have a lot of questions for you. So let's just dive into it.
Let's dive in.
Last week we had Champagne Gate.
Champagne
Which was an incredible moment on Twitter, all the memes.
It's amazing.
And we start this episode with more tears. Hannah Ann and Kelsey.
Yeah.
They're still crying over it. Like, time has passed. You can tell. It's like days, the next day, and they're outside.
Yeah.
And they're still crying.
Gotta let this go. Gotta let it go. I was most upset about when she said, I don't even like champagne. I don't care about champagne. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing with all this?
I cannot believe she said that. They're complaining, like talking to each other, basically talking in circles.
Yeah.
You know, you called me names, you called me names. You called me a bully, and that's worse than being called a bitch, and blah, blah, blah.
Lord
and
have
then
mercy.
Kelsey has the audacity to say, I don't even like champagne.
What are we doing?
It was a waste of my time. I was so over it.
Doing?
Like, ladies, you're grown women. You need to, like, move forward.
I thought she was a champagne concierge or something.
Right? I'm like, what is going on? So, of course, I'm annoyed. Starting the episode annoyed. Kelsey created all this drama.
You don't start it off with that kind of drama, right?
Right? Like, a waste of... Also, like, if you've leaned this far into that bottle of champagne, you can't admit that.
Yeah.
You need to, like, act like it's your favorite thing in the world.
For sure. Or let it go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely let it go. So, you know, everyone, I think, is also kind of, the girls are talking about how fed up they are with the drama in the house.
Yeah.
Which is a little foreshadowing that there's going to be...
There's going to be so much drama.
There's going to be more drama.
So much drama.
It's like the person that's like, I don't like drama. Like, drama's not my thing. They're always the ones starting all of it.
Get in the drama.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, I'll just get over that, apparently. They don't really come to any resolution.
No. I think they're going to be button heads for a minute.
For a while, yeah.
Yeah, they seem like they're two strong contenders. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think they're going to be doing this the whole way through.
Yeah, because there's no closure.
No.
They're just like, yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there. So then we have a one-on-one date with one of my favorites, Victoria P.
Victoria P. She's such a sweetheart.
She's a sweetheart. Pete rolls up in a truck, which you informed us that this red pickup truck he's driving.
Well, I don't know if it's the exact same one, but I was supposed to have a pickup truck in my night one day, but it looks similar.
Okay, but why didn't the truck, like, what was your grand plan that first night with the truck?
Oh, yeah, I was going to come out with the truck with like a nice little bed in the back of it, like pillows and stuff, and we were just gonna chit chat and look at the stars and something romantic. But on my season, it got pushed back for some reason. I was gonna try to do it inside after we had already met, but the Scott thing came up where he had a girlfriend, so it just blew everything out of the water.
He stole your thunder. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so no shine on my end.
No, so Scott ruined your truck. Yeah. Which potentially Pete is now driving to impress.
Looks better on Pete.
Yeah. He looked very comfortable in that truck.
Yeah, it looks good on him.
And they roll up to this like cowboy boot store, which I didn't realize he was such like a, when I think of him, I think of like poised pilot and like California.
He loves country music. That's like his thing.
Okay. Yeah. So he looked very comfortable in this store.
It fit him. Yeah, the store too. Yeah.
Yeah. They were trying on boots, and I thought it was interesting that Victoria P didn't wear socks when she was trying on cowboy boots. I just thought that was really disgusting. But yeah, so I guess, did you think that was a cute date?
I did. I think that was really cute. They had fun. And that's all you want to do, especially at this early stage. You want to have fun and make sure you connect with someone. Like, you don't, I mean, she did open up and get vulnerable, but at this first stage, you're just having fun and just connecting and feeling those vibes. And that's...
Yeah, they went country line dancing.
Country line dancing.
Are you a country line dancer?
I've been a couple times.
Okay.
I'm a Southern boy, so I've been a couple times.
Okay. Wow, this is all so much. I'm learning so much about everyone.
Yeah.
Could you show us a couple moves? Is there like a...
No.
No? All right, whatever. It is a podcast, I guess. So, yeah, they went country line dancing. They looked really comfortable together. They did the whole mechanical bull thing, which I feel like is obligatory on that date.
Yep.
And it looked like they were having a really good time. They looked comfortable.
It looked like it went perfect.
And then they had dinner, I guess. It's always interesting to me on these shows where there's just like...
You don't eat dinner, yeah.
You don't eat dinner. It's a way too small table for like 2 people.
Yeah. Just talk and look at the food.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't eat. You can confirm. Eat. So are you tempted to eat?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would want to eat it.
Right? I want to eat it too. I just think it's fascinating that it sits there.
Yeah. No. Well, the thing is, nobody wants to see people eat on TV.
Yeah, I guess. And like the mic and...
What do you like to do? Me too.
Okay, but that's like what a normal date would. Like if you went on a date like here in Chicago, right? And you went to dinner.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you would do, but people don't want to see that.
I guess. So. I don't know. I just always think I think it takes away from like the reality element, but whatever. So they're cute. And then Victoria P is the one that we really championed for early on because she's such an interesting backstory.
Yeah, it has a great backstory. And she opened up to Pete about it. And I thought that was great.
She talked about, like she lost her father at an early age.
Yeah.
Had a lot of trauma in her life, obviously dealing with grief. And her mother struggled with addiction.
Yeah.
And I think that was it's one thing to open up on a date like that, but to do it on national television.
Yeah, it's ballsy.
It's a lot. So shout out to her for being transparent.
Yeah. And as you can see, Pete likes her a lot. So.
Yeah. I think it kind of like solidified their connection.
For sure.
Yeah. What I do think is interesting in this like bubble of The Bachelor is I think if anyone told me that on the first date, I would be so...
It's too much.
Yeah, it's like too much on the first date.
But again, on The Bachelor, Bachelorette, everything's expedited. So, time is everything. You don't get that much time. Mm-hmm. And you just got to... throw your heart out there.
So you feel like when you were there things that perhaps like you were doing that felt unnatural because it was so expedited?
The whole process is unnatural.
Okay.
It's all unnatural. But yeah, you just got to go with it. It's an adventure and a journey, and you just got to go with it and see how things fall out.
Yeah, just like put yourself out there on national television.
Yeah.
Well, one girl who did put herself out there this episode.
She did.
Alayah.
Oh.
So Pete and them are on the date, right? And Pete and Victoria P, they're on the date, and Alayah is clearly drunk, like in the kitchen, like sitting on the counter.
Yeah.
She's in, I don't want to say no clothes, but
it's like pajamas,
something like that. Like, I don't know, but she's in the pilot's hat.
Yeah.
And she's like swirling her wine.
Talking crazy.
Like, I want to show him like what a wifey looks like.
Like literally like putting a target on her back.
Mm-hmm. And none of the other girls are engaging in this.
No.
They're just looking at her like, girl, get off the counter. So she puts this huge target on her back, and you can sense the tension.
Yeah.
No one's really thrilled.
No one is at all.
But she put herself out there. When you were in the house, you always tell us how, you were more reserved, more laid back.
Yeah.
You see Alayah doing this in the mansion. What's going through your mind?
I'm just gonna think she's doing the most.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you need to chill. All right, I don't know. Might be. She says she had a big personality. It might be who she is. Do you?
You're just sitting there like, whatever. Do you? No. What's really going through your mind? You don't have to articulate it like. Maybe you're not saying this to the person next to you, but like what's genuinely going through your mind?
Oh, no, like, I would think she's doing the most. Like, she's doing too much.
Yeah, like
it's getting annoying and you're doing way too much, and just chill out.
Chill out.
Yeah. But I would probably just go in the other room with my tea on my business.
I think that's the way to do it. And we this whole episode, I feel like we haven't been getting a lot of airtime from all the girls.
Yeah.
Because there's certain people that are putting these targets on their back.
Yep.
Playing it up, I think, for the camera, like the drama. Like, no one is that upset over champagne.
Not at all. Like, that it's just so dramatic. But, I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah. And then Alayah just keeps it rolling when Pete picks his group date.
Yeah.
And do you remember what she said to the girl next to her when she got picked for the group date and the girl next to her didn't?
What did she say?
She was like...
It was something bratty, like...
She was like, honey, how's it feel not to go on the date?
Like, wow.
I could not believe my jaw dropped. Like, very rarely does this show genuinely shock me. So she clearly has a target on her back, and she's stirring the pot. And, the tensions are starting to brew.
That's terribly rude. Yeah, she did this to herself.
Okay, Alayah says that to you. Do you just let it go? Like, what's it gonna take to break you? You act like you're cool, calm, collected. Everyone has a breaking point.
I guess everyone does have a breaking point. That wouldn't really break me. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. That's totally different. If a guy said that to me, I would keep an eye out for him, though.
Okay.
Know. Yeah, I don't know. I would think about it.
Okay, but nothing's gonna break you. Nothing.
I'm pretty chill, pretty laid back.
All right, I like refuse to believe that, but
I swear.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay. What would you do?
I would like be like, would it like I would check yourself, you know? I'd
Check
be like,
yourself before you wreck yourself.
Basically,
right?
I don't know. If she says, "How does it feel?" I'd be like, how do you think it feels? That's a dumb question. Like, ask another one. No, I would be annoyed.
Bang bang.
Yeah, maybe I'm the pot stirrer on the show.
Bang bang.
As I'm hating on these girls. So yeah, she's clearly like upset. And then they find out we have our girl Demi come back.
Demi, that's my girl.
Yeah, I love Demi. Demi, not that I know her, but you know, I'd like to think we'd get along. She rolls in with like the megaphone,
waking all their asses up.
Yeah, let's recap that. Hot. Yeah, like so she comes in and she has this megaphone.
She's got these two girls on her side. These girls look tough as shit too.
They look like they kick her ass.
Yeah, they whoop some ass in their day for sure. But yeah, just start hitting these girls with pillows, waking their asses up.
They're in these itty bitty bunk beds. I feel like you don't always get to see the rooms in the mansion.
Yeah.
Like they show you the pool and like.
Yeah, the bunk bed. They're not very comfortable.
They looked like they were made for like toddler girls. Like this white wood, small bunk beds.
They're not very, I'm sure they're the exact same ones we slept in. And
when you saw the bunk beds when you walked in, were you like, this is how I'm supposed to fit? Like.
I know, right?
It looked like they would crumble. Like. I don't know. There's some big guys that have been on the show. Like,
oh no, I know. Connor is like 6'5", 6'6", and his feet would literally like hang off of the bunk beds. Yeah, felt terrible for him. I think he slept on the couch a couple times because that's more fun.
That would be my move. I think I would sleep on the couch. So whatever. They come in, they like beat these girls with pillows. There's feathers everywhere.
Yep.
And they tell them to put on these like pajama sets.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like,
what did the girl say?
Oh yeah. Oh wait, we missed the first one.
The lingerie pajama sets.
Yeah. She said lingery.
Lingery?
Lingery.
Lingeries?
So earlier in the episode though, when Hannah Ann is like devastated over the champagne, instead of saying fiasco, she said finasco. And it was early enough in the episode that you're still kind of like settling into your couch where you didn't really catch it. But then later on in the episode, who said it?
That was Kiara.
Yeah, she goes, you know, some girls got like, I don't know, like more reserved pajama sets. And then some girls had lingerie, which she proceeded to describe as lingerie.
I was so confused.
And yeah, we were kind of like, did she just say that? And she did. So
lingerie.
We're 0 for 2 in this episode with vocab. Maybe the next group date should be like an English lesson. I don't know, just a suggestion. But these girls go out and, you know, they are instructed that they're going to have a pillow fight.
Yeah. I'm really excited about this too because, you know, all that tension everyone's been having. This is your time to knock someone out.
I was on the other side. I was like, a pillow fight, like whatever. These girls are like not going to get into it.
Pillows good.
They got into it though. They proved me wrong.
There was a lot of pushing and whatnot. Which one did you like best?
Okay, so obviously Tammy's on this date, and her fun little fact is that she wrestled the guys in high school.
Yep.
So I was like, oh hell yeah, let's go Tammy. Yep. And she faced off with Kelly, who if we circle back a little bit,
Chicago
Kelly,
Chi-town.
We love Kelly. Kelly,
we don't go down without a fight.
No,
you're from Chicago.
Yeah, you got some grit to you. And this girl, if you remember, it was her and Tammy in that like tricycle plane race, whatever they did, and Kelly cheated. She cheated. She didn't go by the rules. She cheated to win, and Tammy came in second. So I didn't think it was a coincidence that they're in this like ring. Right? Yeah.
Unfinished business to settle.
I also think either one of them, Kelly or Tammy, would have like messed up the other girls. Like,
for sure.
They're my first pick if we're like probably doing anything.
They can hold their own.
Yeah. So they're really gritty. I liked them. Was there another matchup that you enjoyed?
There was a lot. I think we had Kira and Sarah. Sarah got hit like pretty hard.
Oh, there's a picture.
Slow-mo.
Yeah. Of going around on Twitter where she looks like she got rocked.
Bless her heart.
Rocked. So I was kind of like, I guess they had mouth guards in. Some of us.
I think she's
like,
kind of small too, so I kind of felt bad.
I just was like, can you get concussed? I know it's a pillow, but like, I don't know. You're like wailing it. Could someone's like hand just like? I'm surprised no one got hurt.
It was fine.
I don't know. There was, and then wait, who was it? Alayah.
And then you had and Sydney. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good one.
Let's recap this for our listeners. Take it away, Sydney and Alayah. This is kind of when drama 2.0 in the episode.
When did their beef start?
So Sydney this is after Alayah was like in the kitchen, kind of like doing her voices, where you can tell the girls are, all right.
And she was asking her about her pageants, or was that during the date?
Oh, I don't remember if that was before or after.
Anyways, there's tension. There's tension in the house. There's tension going on, and of course they match up together, and they go in.
They go intense.
Yeah, it got intense. There was a lot of throwing, a lot of like. Without the pillows, it was going down. Yeah,
and I thought this was kind of a mean dig. You want to talk about bullying? But Sydney, what did she say? She got like pinned by Alayah, right? And she was like, it's like an elephant sitting on a mouse. I was like, that's just rude. Like,
that's mean.
Yeah, first of all, both these women are very like, I would say tiny. Like neither one is this like, elephant, if you will.
I guess it's just shit talk.
It was mean shit talk. We don't body shame. Like, it's true. If you're gonna shit talk, do a good job. Like, you can't chirp like someone's weight. That's low hanging fruit. You know what I mean? Like, you can do better than that.
But I don't think she has a weight problem though.
That's what I'm saying. It's bad shit talk. Like, you want to cut deep. I don't know. That was lame. So, they're fighting, and it was interesting because
it's interesting. Well, especially at the group date when things really popped off. I kind of lost it when she asked when Sydney asked Alayah.
Yes. Okay. So that's when it happened. It was afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. It must have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you work? That was I was like dying. Do you work?
It's clear Sydney is gunning for Alayah.
Going for it.
Clearly.
Yeah.
And she just goes, so do you work? It's like, again, just mind your own business. Do you care if she works? No, you don't care if she works. Yeah. You're trying to start shit.
For sure. Trying to figure it out. She's plotting on her, it seems like.
But why? So you've been through this. Again,
maybe she feels threatened, or maybe she just has a bad intuition about her. Like, she doesn't like her.
But it doesn't matter. Like, statistically, you are not going to win The Bachelor, right? Statistically.
Correct.
The odds are not in your favor.
Yep.
So why would you ever create drama? And like, if you're there for the right reasons, right? Why are you starting drama with other women in the house? That does not make you look good. As a woman, that does not make you look good.
Some people can't help it.
Just let it go.
Can't help it.
No, it does not make you look good. So obviously I'm annoyed at Sydney. Okay. And then I'm annoyed at myself because I also think Alayah is fake. So like,
you have to pick a side. No,
they can both be wrong. It's not mutually exclusive.
I need you to pick a side.
I think it's inappropriate for Sydney to call out Alayah. It's unnecessary and it's inappropriate.
Call her out in front of everyone. Well, she called her out just with them two talking.
But that's just being petty. I'm going to play it cool and mind my business.
I mean, that's me. That's what I do. But I love watching
But is that because you like to do that, or you think it's the right thing to do?
No, I don't do it. I just enjoy watching it happen.
Right. But it's kind of fun to jump in on it, right?
I guess so.
Okay, so I'm saying, are you more
But I guess
reserved?
it's karma, though, for Alayah talking to who did she say? Like, how's it feel not to get a date?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Come on, karma. Maybe she heard that and was like, no, I'm gonna stick up for my girl. And
I guess. I don't know. I just don't get like what your end goal is by starting drama. I really don't understand that. And I think it makes you look bad. It's unnecessary. Like, and again, you talk about all the time on the show how you have to make your minutes count.
For sure. And you don't want to spend that time that you have with the one you're trying to be with about someone else.
Right. Like trying to like clear your name.
I get that. And I think there's also a fine line between like you're telling the lead like, okay, snitching and also caring for that person that you don't want them to make a bad decision. So it's a very, very thin line. Very thin line. That's my opinion.
I don't know. I'm like
That's my opinion. If you have feelings for someone and you just maybe if they're not going to be with you, but you also don't want them to be with someone that's totally
so
bad.
Mature.
I don't know. There's a fine line between it. I can't necessarily say where, but it's a fine line.
It's really fine. I really don't even know if it's like a straight line. I feel like it's really like gray and wavy.
It's all gray and wavy.
So whatever, they're going back and forth like at each other. Girl drama. I just don't do the girl drama. Like, don't create it. There's enough of it in this house already.
Yep.
Sydney let it go. And then she tells Peter everything, right?
Yeah.
Like, I could not believe that.
Yeah.
But in the midst of all this drama with my favorite line of the show, the episode, they kind of cut to all the girls getting their one-on-one time with Peter, and Tammy is talking to him. And she's like, I just feel like you're going to think I'm too bro-y. And he says, well, I'll tell you, I don't do this with my bros. And he like leans in and kisses her. And we're all watching the show with you, and we all turn to you. And I'm like, can you confirm?
I can confirm. He does not do that with his bros. 100% can confirm.
So he's a man of his word. He meant what he said. So, that was a nice little highlight in the midst of all the girl drama.
Yeah, there wasn't too much comedy in there this
episode. A lot of tears.
Yeah, it was.
So again, in the midst of all this drama, they do have to make decisions and eventually like get the episode going.
Well, let's talk about also Pete coming back from Sydney telling on Alayah, coming back and putting her on Front Street.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
So Sydney opens up to him and is like, I just don't think Alayah is being real. I think she puts it on for the camera, and like confided in him. Again, you talk about how like allegedly this is like, your person and you confide in them.
Yep.
And what did your boy Pete do?
He laid it on Front Street. That was awkward. I was kind of uncomfortable. You could see the girls' faces. They were just like, oh,
we're just like, bro.
Alayah was like, who else feels this way?
Yeah, well, so Pete was like, I don't mean to he literally said, I don't mean to throw you under the bus, but
sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
No, you don't have to do that.
Yes,
I would be devastated if I confided in someone and then they like laid it out for everyone. So he basically was like, hey, like, this is what was relayed to me, and my source that you're not asking for, no one asked who said it. Yeah. He's like, I'll even verify who said it.
Yeah.
And he's like, Sydney told me this. Sydney. I feel
like that's a part of this journey. It's like you just got to be open and say what it is. There's no secrets. I guess.
in
Like in the real world, you would be like, well, I heard this. What's up? And you would never say that, but it's all out in the open. And
then, so he kept it a little vague. He was like, it's been brought to my attention that there's people that might not be here for the right reasons. Every season goes through this. And he's like, Sydney told me this. And then Sydney said, well, I think it's Alayah. Then she named names. And Alayah, with her like poised pageant answer, was like, does anyone else feel this way? And of course, no one said anything.
I almost feel like, these pageant girls, it's almost cheating because they know they know every angle. They know how to turn it. They know how to flip it, and they're just always on their P's and Q's.
They literally know how to spin any question to make them look good. This is what
their job was.
Yeah.
This was their job.
This is their job, their full-time job, as we learned.
For sure. It's almost cheating.
Okay, so that's cheating, but Kelly, like, not even partaking in the proper obstacle course is not cheating. You contradict yourself a lot. We'll circle back. We'll go back to morality on cheating. All right. There's clearly tension. Everyone's pissed. And Sydney ends up getting the date rose. Did that surprise you?
I was a little surprised. But, I guess Pete sees that it takes courage to kind of just speak up and speak your mind. And like
to be a snitch. Takes courage.
I don't know. I said there's a fine line. I don't know. It's a fine line.
This is an anti-snitching podcast. I'm going to go out there and say it. We don't condone snitching.
Snitches get stitches.
Yeah. So what's up with that? She gets a date rose, though. Not stitches. She gets a date rose.
I don't know.
I'm annoyed.
I mean, if you're in Pete's position, like, you don't really know who's here for the right reasons, honestly. Like, there's so much that could come from the show. And like, who really wants to be in a relationship? Let's just say there's probably at least, from the total of 30, there's probably like 5 girls in there for sure that don't even want to be in a relationship.
Right.
And let's say another 5 girls out of there aren't even like feeling it with Pete, but kind of just go on the process, right? So it's kind of scary if you think about it.
And I feel like the stakes, as we've like trended towards more of like this influencer as a career lifestyle, like that wasn't a thing necessarily when
when there was no
back
social
in the
media.
day. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like it does add an element of, as like the viewer, being like, okay, McKenna's 22. Does she really want to get married?
So if I
she's a blogger.
Yeah. So if I was the Bachelor, I would really honestly appreciate this feedback from other people telling me like how they, when the cameras come on, and how do they act in the house with the rest of you. It's gives you an insight of who they are, who they really are.
So you think
just think of it that way.
Intel. Okay.
So how would you feel? I mean, honestly.
I don't like gossip. I don't know. I'd be turned off if someone was like, let me shit talk these people that I'm competing against.
But you're trying to find your husband though.
If I'm trying to do that, it's not on The Bachelor.
Well, in this case, say you are.
And that's what you're saying. You know, I got to remember it is like a weird bubble. It's a unique situation.
One of these guys that are fighting for your love, and you keep on hearing shit about this one person, and then that's kind of like, well, I'm glad they're telling me now. Besides me going all the way, then I got to find out when I'm married to this asshole. And
I think there's a difference between some of the girls. I think he directly asked them, like, "Hey, I've heard this.
For sure.
Can you confirm it?"
If they ask, if Pete asks, you have to. Like,
that's a lot different than, "Hey, I'm just gonna lay it all out here unprovoked and spill the tea." So that I think would be a turnoff for me.
Okay.
But obviously, there's a split house of who's taking what side, who agrees with the drama.
Yep.
And the next day, our boy Chris walks in the house and he says, "Hey guys, I have a treat for you. Pete's coming to the house. We're gonna have a pool party."
Pool party.
And there's a delayed reaction.
Dopest party ever.
I don't even think anyone went in the pool.
No one jumped in the pool. No one.
Literally not a soul went in the pool. And, you know, Pete's coming. It's your time to like chat with him one-on-one. And just like Champagne Gate was drawn out and ruined everyone's dates.
Yeah, it was.
Now we have...
It really affected him too.
Yeah.
Like he was like down with all this.
I started to feel bad for him by the end of the episode.
It's a lot.
I feel like sometimes with the girls, I'm like not really buying the crocodile tears. Like you're crying over champagne. Like get over it.
But you could see it on Pete's face when he's upset. You could see it.
God.
He doesn't have to cry or anything, but you could see when he's like not feeling good.
Yeah, and I think towards the end of this episode, we really did see in his eyes that like it's a lot to try and, like you said, weave through everyone's intentions and am I making the right decisions?
It's hard.
I felt for him by the end.
Too.
He had this like doughy, sad, like youthful innocence in his eyes almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're skipping the pool party altogether, but let's go back to the pool party.
Nothing really happened at the pool party. Well, besides the drama.
Yeah, so it was really great editing. Shout out to The Bachelor for doing that. But they would cut to Pete talking to the women, and they'd be like shit-talking Alayah. And then they cut back to Alayah being like, "I have nothing to worry about." And
I know. That was actually really good.
The juxtaposition of it. So
she was like, didn't even know it was coming.
Did not know it was coming. I'm like scrolling through our intensive pool party notes. No one's going to the pool. Lame ass pool party turns into Alayah crying and Sydney, you know, being honest with Pete. And, you know, we really don't know what's going to happen at this point because it's who do you believe? Like we've seen everything because we've watched the show. Well, everything that the show has shown us. Yeah. And I think it's hard to remember Pete doesn't have.
No, he doesn't see everything. So it's so hard. He only gets, you know, a couple moments with you.
That's wild. How do you make any decision?
I know.
That's like a lot of like gut feeling, intuition.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure. Oh my God. So
Bless his heart.
Yeah, poor Pete, dude. I just want to like give him a hug or like give him a drink or something. So they go to the rose ceremony. Again, we still...
Oh yeah, so there's no... I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
There's no cocktail party.
No cocktail party. Because we had this great pool party.
Yeah, a lot of girls didn't get time with Peter. And then...
Which seems to be a trend.
It happens like that.
Like, I feel like every episode, all their dates get hijacked.
Oh, it's always going to be something.
Like, so
you got to know that. So if you're going in, say if you're a future contestant, you better know on these dates something is going to happen. And you've got to hurry up and get in and get out.
Yeah. Did you learn that early on or did you go in with that mindset?
Yes. Yeah, no. I learned that early on because the first night, you know, the Scott incident with him and having a girlfriend, that took up so much time. Like there was so many guys that didn't get to speak with Hannah that night. Tyler C didn't get to speak to her.
It worked out all right for him.
Yeah, he got his time for sure. But yeah, you got to get
Yeah, so you got to get your time.
Got to get that time.
So you can get the rose. Which tonight, we're doing this rose ceremony, handing out roses. There's 2 left.
There's 2 left. Chris comes.
Chris. We love an appearance from Chris.
Oh, yeah. It's always good when he comes.
And they, him and Pete walk off, and then they come back.
Yep.
Chris is like, nah, we're only going to do 1 more rose.
I know. I wonder where that decision came.
It felt weird. Like,
I was shocked by that.
It felt unnecessary. I don't know. Again, whatever. So, eventually, McKenna gets the last rose, and Alayah, Alexa, and Sarah go home.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah, I think, could be sitting next to me right now, and I would not know who she is.
She didn't get any time. Sarah didn't get any time. Alexa didn't get any time.
But Alexa, I was pulling for. She's from Chicago, and her opening introduction was her giving someone like a Brazilian wax.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah, she's very entertaining. I think she's beautiful. So I was upset about that.
Didn't get that time. And Jasmine went home, right?
Perhaps.
Jasmine. Yeah, I don't even know too much about Jasmine either.
That's what I mean. We're up to 3 episodes in, and I feel like we've gotten airtime with like only a few people.
Yeah.
Which is frustrating because I want to get to know everyone.
You do, for sure.
Were you surprised Alayah was the one who didn't get a rose?
I don't know. That was a tough one. It looked like Peter really liked her a lot.
Okay, so let's break it down 2 ways. As a viewer, like watching the show is just like a on your couch kind of guy.
As a viewer,
did you think they were gonna keep her for the suspense or the drama?
I don't know. Yeah, I would say she was gonna stay.
Okay, I thought so too.
For sure.
Because I like McKenna a lot. I think she's very like enough entertainment for me.
Yeah.
But I was shocked she got the rose over Alayah.
Yeah.
But knowing Pete as well as you do, does that change your answer a little bit?
I could just tell that he really liked her. He vibed with her and he was trusting her. And yeah, after that, he didn't even feel good. Like you could tell like he wasn't confident about that decision.
I love the shots where they're like behind the scenes and it's like producer and there's like subtitles. And he's like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
And Pete's like, "I feel sick."
Yeah. And
you could tell he was really upset. And they kind of alluded to perhaps bringing her back.
Yeah, I know. I saw that in
So every episode you get your teaser for next week.
There's no rules.
And no rules. Well, that's what again, cheating rules, whatever. But there are no rules. And I think that's what's kind of cool is, he's the Bachelor. And if he says, "I'm bringing this girl back," like, who's to stop him?
There you go.
So we get teasers for next episode, kind of for the future season. And Alayah does make an appearance again. Mm-hmm. And you can tell all the girls are shocked.
Some of them are disgusted, too. Some of them are upset.
They're pissed. They're
so pissed.
It's like you thought you've seen the last of me.
They're pissed at Peter, it seemed like.
It's kind of...
I'm really excited. I don't know excited, but I'm really wondering how this plays out.
I'm excited because they clearly did not vibe with her.
No.
And it is kind of like a shot to the ego when you are into someone and then they pick someone over you that no one likes.
Yeah.
And you're like, really? I suck that much that is who you're bringing back. So she looks like she was kind of brought in almost as like a Hannah B was brought back in though. Like it wasn't like a re-entering the mansion.
Oh, I think she re-entered.
You think she re-entered?
For sure. There's no other reason for her to be there.
Wow. They're going to bring her back. Why send her home then?
I mean, I don't know, but I would assume so. Like,
seems like a waste of time.
She can't be a judge or give him advice or anything.
I mean, she could. She could.
No. So I think for sure she's coming back.
Yeah, and the other thing they alluded to in the teaser, I guess this is a spoiler if you haven't been on the internet, but Victoria F has dated
Chase Rice.
Chase Rice.
Good music.
Great. We love Chase Rice. We love country music on The Bachelor. Usually it's a band you've never heard of on The Bachelor, but it's Chase Rice. And they allude to Victoria being on this date.
Yep.
Chase Rice is playing, and she is all upset because they've dated.
Yep. I mean, that's
the moment we've been waiting for.
That's awkward.
I'm so excited. Go
awkward.
Producers.
So awkward. Have you ever been like around your ex and someone you're dating?
On national television? No.
No, but in reality, I mean, you never have it?
Mm-mm.
It's awkward.
But like,
It's so awkward.
I'm frustrated because I feel like you said anything goes on this show, right?
Yeah.
So as someone who has dated a high-profile individual, you know the producers do their homework and look all that stuff up.
Yeah.
So you don't think part of her should have expected that?
100%. 100%.
So, like, is she going to be surprised, or, like, mentally she could have prepared for it?
I hope she's not that. Yeah, you're right.
Right? I'm a hater. Again, it's so easy to say it from your couch.
She should have known that was coming, for sure.
Right. So, again, like I said, it's always a country artist that no one's ever heard of with, like, 4,000 Twitter followers. And all of a sudden Chase Rice is on the show. It's a little sus.
A little sus?
I think it's sus, but we all know what they're doing. So, on that note, before we dive into our mailbag, let's do a little superlatives from one of our producers, Shay. She has here some superlatives that I want to ask you. You can use your little cheat sheet there if you need it. I had to ask you who used the best use of their time with Peter, who would you say?
Who has?
This episode.
This episode. Honestly, we didn't get to see. Oh, well, Victoria P for sure.
Victoria P. Yeah, I feel like that's the only correct answer.
Yeah, for sure.
They had a fun date. She opened up to him.
For sure.
Won the hearts of America.
Time well spent.
She was like the #1 trending topic on Twitter for like the entire United States.
Sweetheart.
Imagine like your name just being the #1 trending topic.
That's crazy, right?
That's pretty wild in the entire United States.
That's crazy.
Go Victoria P.
You out there, girl.
I loved it. Worst use of time with Peter? Shay also has her answers in here. And she said, well, don't cheat. Okay. But she said worst use of time with Peter, literally everyone else.
Pretty much, right? Like, honestly, I don't think anyone else worked on their relationship with Pete. I'm trying to look.
Which kind of sucks because, like we said, we want to get some other time with people.
And we didn't get to see. I'm sure a lot of these other girls did, speak with Peter and worked on their relationships, but it just wasn't aired out. So it's hard to say too, but from what we saw.
Okay, and here, this is a this or that. What was the worst pronunciation of a common word in the English language? We had Hannah Ann pronouncing fiasco as finasco, or was it the pronunciation of lingerie as lingery?
It was definitely lingerie. Lingerie.
I think I'm going to take your side on that one.
I said, what?
You almost didn't know what she said.
I didn't.
It sounded like dungarees or something.
I didn't know what she said.
Yeah. And it was weird because
maybe that's a way that you say it like in French or something.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know French, but I don't think so.
You never know.
That was infinitely worse. And I wonder if she knew when she said it, if anyone corrected her, or the producers just were like, that's making the episode. We'll keep that in there.
They were like, yes.
Shay, these superlatives are killing me. Worst tease of a pool party. The winner is the pool party.
Pool party. What pool party?
It also was really funny because here's another one. Worst pajamas assigned to you by a former Bachelor contestant. So the pajamas the girls wore were brought by Demi.
Yeah.
And some of them were some really nice, like, lingerie pieces.
Yeah.
And this one girl had, like, a full-ass, like, house dress nightgown going on.
I don't remember this one.
It was so ugly. It was, like, a white sheet. I felt so bad. We might be able to get a picture up, but... she had it was like a thick tank top, like high neckline.
Not sexy at all.
Like white sheet. Yeah,
Not
she looks like a ghost. Something like an old lady would wear.
Bless her heart. Bless her heart.
Let's see. Here's something that, again, we keep going back and forth on, like snitching or helping out someone you care about.
It's a thin line. It's a thin line.
Whatever. It's snitching. Who was the biggest snitch this episode? And I'll give you some choices to help you narrow it down.
This should be about like 3, right?
Let's go with your options as Pete, okay. Victoria P, Sydney, and Kelsey.
Kelsey wasn't hardly in this episode. So I'm gonna...
Yeah, I mean, I think it was more with the champagne stuff opening up.
Bam, bam. I mean, I think we're going to have to give it to Sydney.
Okay.
But I think Peter's was epic.
Peter's If we had to rank snitching, that was
savage.
like full blown. I'm gonna gaslight you right now.
That was savage.
He literally said not to throw you under the bus, but and I know these women don't know how the English language works apparently, but negates everything that comes before it. So I'm not gonna throw you under the bus, but and then he just threw this girl under the bus.
But I think he gave her the rose.
He definitely gets my my biggest snitch vote for sure. Easy money.
That was hilarious.
Easy money. And so we do our mailbag every week. And we did have some questions come in.
We did.
So if you guys have questions for us, you can DM us on Twitter, on Instagram. You can also email batch, BACH, at fansided.com for questions. Last week I said the weirder the better. We had some obscure ones, but nothing that really impressed me. So take that as a challenge to send us some interesting questions next week. We'll start with this one. When you were filming, this goes to you because I've never been on the show. Did you get to have your phone?
No. They take your phone as soon as your driver takes you to the hotel. And they take it away, and you don't get it back until you are eliminated.
I have so many questions. Did you clear anything off your phone before you gave it up?
No. I mean, you turn it off. Like, they can't get in it.
They can get in it.
They don't know your passcode.
That doesn't freak you out that someone just like has your phone sitting in like a drawer somewhere?
No, they put it, they put it like in a little envelope, and they just sew it up until...
That's so interesting. Did you back your phone up in case you like never got it back?
I think mine backs up anyways, but I didn't think about that. I knew it'd be fine.
You really don't worry about anything.
I was trustworthy of these people. I knew they couldn't get into my phone. I had a passcode in my face recognition, so that wasn't an issue.
Wow, interesting. So how do you pass the time? I feel like whenever there's a lull in my day, I'm checking Instagram, I'm checking Twitter.
Oh man, it's like it sucks at first. I mean, it sucks the whole time, honestly. You think you're getting past it like in a week or two, and before you know it, it hits you again. You're having withdrawals, but it's difficult.
And when you turned it back on, were there a million messages?
My phone blew up. My phone literally blew up.
Did you have to like give it time to cool down as it's like zzz, zzz, zzz?
It was going crazy. I think I had like 600 text messages. Instagram was just like bananas. It was crazy. I was so overwhelmed. It took me forever to get through all the messages.
Wow, that's incredible. Did you respond to everyone?
I think I tried to, for sure.
I tried to. That's such
I
a
gave
great
it like
answer.
a little like smiley face or haha.
The like double exclamation point.
Because most of it, people had saw me on TV from like the live after the final rose with Colton. So
did you get a message from anyone that surprised you?
That surprised me.
Or maybe took you aback?
I don't know. I know there were some girls that messaged me that I tried to for sure go for drinks with in the future, and they definitely hit me back after they saw me.
Funny how that goes.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's all right. You know, they learned. Another question here. Should Peter have snitched on Sydney at the group date? We all know my answer.
You say no, but I say yes. He should have. Put it out there in Front Street.
No way. I tell you something in confidence. Can't you just like play dumb?
I say if you tell me something in confidence, something personal to you, that stays with me forever, and that's no one else's business. But if it's something about someone else that's going on in the house right now, we got to throw that on Front Street. And he did what he had to do.
No, that's
good job,
the
Peter
pot.
Weber.
No way.
I am on your side.
I'm also Team Pete. Don't throw me under the bus like that. But he shouldn't have snitched on Sydney. You shouldn't have to tell someone, hey, can I tell you this in confidence? Or like, this stays between us. It's implied.
Yeah, but this is a whole different world.
Ugh, whatever. Okay, on to the next.
She didn't mind. I mean, she felt uncomfortable.
Well, thank God she got the rose. That was him making up for it. He knew he shouldn't have done that.
No, I don't know. She felt uncomfortable when he did that for sure. But, I mean, everyone's going to feel uncomfortable.
I guess everyone agreed with him too. Or agreed with her. So
I see no wrong.
All right. Maybe I'm starting to see your side. Here's a good one.
Right.
Also for you. Who are you shooting your shot with from this season?
Ooh.
We can open it up to people who have been eliminated as well.
Who am I shooting my shot with?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to plead the fifth on this one.
What? No.
I'm gonna have to plead the fifth.
That's some bullshit.
I don't know if I could say.
Ah.
I will say this.
Okay. Give me all you can.
Shots have been fired.
How many? Can we get a number?
That's it.
No.
That's it.
Just a number. Like, stop me.
Just one.
Oh, okay. I think I know.
You don't know.
I don't know? I think I know. Well, I mean, what's said between us?
You might know. You might not.
I don't know. Do I know it? Just no? So, okay. No. All right, fine. We'll keep everyone listening in anticipation. Plead the fifth. You plead like half the fifth right there. You gave us a little bit.
Hey, I gave you guys some detail.
Was it successful?
What?
Your shot. Shoot or shoot, but
it's hard to say.
Doesn't always work out.
It's hard to say. Like,
so there's still time on the clock.
I'm not going for the touchdown right now.
Okay. So there's still time on the clock.
I'm just trying to get some yards.
Okay, I respect it. Yeah, I got you. Okay, we're good.
Sports lingo, you get that.
Sports, who knew?
Get that goal line rolling.
Love it. Okay, so there you go. Whoever asked that question, hope it answers it. One more for you. How does everyone on The Bachelor know each other? Is it just from shooting shots at your friends' exes?
Who knows? It might be. I don't know. So a lot of times you just link up. It's like a fraternity, a sorority. It's easy to, like, if you're in that city, just, you kind of want to meet with people that have been through the same thing. And it's kind of nice to link up with them. And there's events sometimes. And yeah, it's just how you kind of meet people. There's so many people I still haven't met, but I've met a good amount.
When you meet these people, do you introduce yourself, or is it like imply that they know who you are, or vice versa? Is it weird?
I always introduce myself. I barely got any time, so who knows? They might not recognize me at all. So,
do you like introduce yourself with like what season you were on?
Yeah, you kind of have that kind of talk. Yeah.
That's like, it's like an orientation.
It's like, what year are you?
Yeah, what year?
What year did you graduate? Huh? Oh yeah, no, me too.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Any other thoughts on this episode before we wrap it up?
I think that's it. I'm really excited for this next episode.
I know they teased a lot of drama.
They did.
A lot of drama. And the Chase Rice stuff, I think, again, sorry if that was a spoiler for anyone. I've been trying to avoid the spoilers, but that's been everywhere. I'm all in the
spoilers.
I know. I don't like it. I want to like watch this as organically
I'm terrible with surprises.
But it's the only thing that like keeps me wanting to watch, like the element of surprise.
No, I get it. This doesn't work for me. I get you though.
Okay, I appreciate you respecting our differences.
I respect it.
Thank you. Okay, it's like kind of mutual. Cool. Yeah. All right, so the drama next week, we're hyped for it. We're ready for it. And yeah, that is it for this episode. That's it. And we will tune in next week. We'll be back recording another episode. We record every week after The Bachelor. We're doing our mailbag, so follow us on Twitter. Send those questions. Follow us on Instagram. Follow FanSided at FanSided on Twitter, at FanSided_ENT. It's our entertainment Twitter. Send us all questions. All our DMs are open. Are your DMs open? Yeah, DMs are open. Send us questions so we can chat about the podcast and get some of those questions in our next episode. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for listening.